Divergence. No, it's not that. What was that film series called? Allergent or something? Allergent? I don't remember what it was called. No, it's not that. It's Star Trek season 4 of Enterprise. Oh my gosh, we are getting so close to the end of the whole series. It's a bit sad because I love the show. Um, but this was another great episode. So we're continuing from the last one where the Klingon augments are dying out. Phlox is trying to A, either just cure them outright, or B, perfect them. He doesn't want to perfect them. He's like, go ahead and kill me because I'm not going to do it. But he decides to work in secret with the Klingon doctor in order to cure the disease. And there's some great stuff in this one. We're going to use my space system: story, pacing, artistry, characters, enjoyment. Each category gets a score between 0 and 2. 2 is the best you can get in any category. I'm going to be giving a lot of 2s out today. 2, 2, 2, 2. Story, 2 out of 2, because this was friggin' awesome yet again. I know I'm shilling yet again. You're watching these every day. You're waiting until midnight. Then you watch them and you're like, oh, here's another 10 out of 10 by J-Man, just because he's just, I might surprise you on this one, though. I might surprise you on this one. But the storyline is definitely a 2 out of 2, trying to figure out how they're going to save these Klingons, but not give them the augments because they'll be unstoppable. In the meantime, we've got a lot of stuff with Archer learning slowly about what Section 31 is. They don't call themselves Section 31, or it's not really kind of said in that way, but you know what it is. Reed is in the brig. He's trying to they still need his help. They need Trip back on because they've got to, the engines are getting messed up and only he knows what to do. And they do this really cool thing where both ships, the Columbia and the Enterprise, are going together, and they create this sort of like field around them. And then from one ship to another, a Trip is literally climbing up, or you're like, well, okay, that's kind of cool. The storyline is awesome. They figure it all out. They make an excuse as to why Klingons don't have the ridged foreheads from Kirk's time, so that was really good. They talk a little bit more with Trip and T'Pol. You get to see a bit of their little thing, and Trip likes her. He doesn't want to hang around there and just work with her. He'd rather work on the Columbia, but he's here now. We develop more with Malcolm and Archer, which I'll get to. So yeah, I love the storyline here. 2 out of 2. Pacing, 2 out of 2. It's fast paced. Nail biter, didn't know what was going on. It was just crazy badass. Artistry, 2 out of 2. Absolutely loved it. Everything looks good. Love the way the effects work. The effects are not perfect, but they're good enough for me. I'm watching this on my big 4K, it's a 4K TV, but this is on Blu-ray. Surround sound, so that's great. Love how everything looks and how everything goes. The music is good. It's tense. There's a lot of shooting in this one because more ships show up. Characters. So this one is a great one for the characters. Phlox is just fire in this one. He's just like, look, firstly, I'm not doing this. You can just kill me. I don't care. They're like, okay. Well, you can cure the thing. He's like, all right, fine. Phlox and the other doctor, the Klingon doctor, are friggin' awesome because they team up to cure this thing in secret. And there's just great stuff where Phlox stands up to the Klingons. There's a great part where this other Klingon ship comes to destroy them, and he teleports the virus onto there. He's like, go ahead, if you destroy me, you're going to destroy the cure. Yeah, that's awesome. Archer's back to being the good old Archer that we all love. Him and Reed hash this thing out. Reed's like, look, I got to come clean. Here's what it is. And he's like, no. And Reed's like, no, I'm loyal to Archer. I was in Section 31 before. They called me back in. I didn't want to, but I was forced to. That was all settled and good, so I loved all that stuff. Yeah, man, like all the characters, things were great in this one. Enjoyment factor, I'm giving it a 2. I'm going to give this one a 10 yet again. This concludes this story. I really like this. I think it was such a great idea. You didn't have to explain why they don't have the ridges and whatnot, but I like that they did. Maybe it's not perfect. Maybe it's not a 10 out of 10 and I'm crazy. That's possible, but I really enjoyed this one. Again, to me, like, the original Star Trek, TOS, is so high. You know what I mean? It's just so high. Really, nothing is actually ever really gonna beat it. Not really, right? But I don't think the target is to beat this thing at this point. You're many seasons in. I legitimately like Next Generation. I legitimately I love Deep Space Nine. I love Voyager also, and I also really like this show. I think they're all really good. And yes, TOS is on this very, very high pedestal. It's not coming down. No one's going to chip it away and break it down. So you can't really compare too much to that. I'm comparing them to themselves, right? Like these are great Star Trek episodes for fun and excitement. I don't think season 4 is as good as season 2, for example. I don't think season 4 is as good as TOS seasons 1 and 2. But I think Enterprise seasons 1 and 2 are a bit better than season 3 of TOS in some episodes for sure. So that's the thing. Those first 2 TOS, especially season 2, which is like almost flawless, like those 2 seasons are like gonna never be beaten. Realistically, they're not gonna be beaten. So for me, if you can get to high or above season 3 of TOS, then you're doing good. Okay. I don't know what to tell you. I loved all these Enterprise episodes. They're great. So yeah, 10 out of 10. That's it for this one. We're getting close to the end of the series, so it's gonna be sad, but it's gonna be great to have all these videos complete and have a whole section done. But that's it. If you like my space system, please like the video. Consider subscribing to the channel. Check out the playlist. Until next time.